Oh. Wow. Very cool. Oh, すげえ. This is a nice view. I like the, like a pond or like, 堀ってなんていうんだ? I think it may be my favorite castle so far because I really like how that looks with the moat and also that beautiful stone walls. Yeah, I think I like that kind of balance all together. This looks so good. Wow, it's impressive. I'm sure that when it was constructed, all of these designs were calculated. How they all merge together. So yeah, that's I think I should go around to enter castle, I guess. So I was just checking about this castle Imabari. So this was built in 1602 by Todo Takatora, one of the Busho, not shogun, one of the samurai warrior, leader of the samurai warriors. And then he is also known to be the renowned architect for castles. And then, so this Imabari Castle is a Hirayama style castle, which means built on a plain. And then this exemplifies early Edo period castle architecture with its moat, and as you can see, and the stone walls being particularly noteworthy. But the moat. So this Imabari Castle is unique for its saltwater moat, which was not only used for defense but also for transporting goods. And that stone walls, so this castle stone walls are famous for the Imabari Giri style of construction. And this technique, it involves filling gaps between larger stones with smaller ones, creating both beauty and durability. Yeah. From here, I can see that that Imabari Giri, like the stone walls and the smaller ones. But anyway, they just look beautiful. Wow, people are now on the wall, stone wall. すごい. Can you see it? I wonder what he's doing. Maybe cutting the grasses on the wall. すごいな. Wow, it must be scary. So there's like a sign of a running man with the how far you walked around this castle. So it's probably, I'm taking this, counterclockwise walk around the castle. So maybe if I go up there, it's gonna be the like the where you start. The view is also nice. すげえ. Wow, this is a very nice view. Okay, I'm at the edge. Kado, I'm at the corner of the castle. So maybe, yeah, let's go that way. Oh, this is the Kanko Annai, so touristic information center for the castle, but it's closed. And also here's like a parking spot. You pay 100 yen for 1 hour. I could have come here by car actually, but I don't know. It's nice to take a walk sometimes. I think there's things that only you can realize when you are walking. Okay, so this is the Imabari JR Ato. 今治城じゃないのこれどういうこと? I don't know. It says like ruins of the Imabari Castle, but there is so it used to be there maybe. Okay, so there's someone here. Tagaki Shun Toshiyuki kana? Who the hell is this? Oh, he's like he used to be the mayor of this city in the Showa period. So I read it wrongly. So he's not the mayor. So he is known to be an honored citizen in this Imabari city for making this city as one of the thriving hub for shipbuilding industry. So I've just got to know that. So this Imabari city is known for its Zosen Sankyo. It's a shipbuilding industry. And the reason is, of course, it's located on the Seto Inland Sea. So it has like a natural harbors, ideal for shipbuilding. And then he is actually the one who founded like Imabari Zosen group. And he has contributed to the flourishing of this city in that aspect. Okay, so now I'm going into the inside the castle. There are people who are taking dogs. Okay, wow. わあ、すごい。立派ですね。Yeah, now I can see all of these stone walls are, having like the combination of like big ones and the small ones. Wow. Cool. I think it's different from the ones that I saw in the Matsuyama Castle, which was like, having all of like same size stones, I think, for the walls. But here it's totally different. Yeah, like they've got the huge ones. 面白い. So this is a gate called Kurogane Gomon. That's where you see first from the entering from the streets to this castle. Kakkoi. Looks cool. Yeah, look at that big, huge stone. That's like, and then the small stones, placed between all of these, relatively large stones. That's called the Imabari Giri. Yeah, I can see, how they only like put in like since those small ones fill in the gaps between the large ones, so that it's gonna make it more durable, yeah, enhancing the durability of the stone walls, I think. Oh wow, this place also looks pretty nice. すげえ. So this is Imabari Castle area map. So this is called this Imabari Castle is counted as one of the most outstanding coastal castles in Japan. The present castle tower was rebuilt in 1980 in commemoration of the 60th anniversary of Imabari becoming a city. So here you see the statue of Todo Takatora, who built this castle. And then I'm now in front of the Imabari Castle. Okay, now I'm going inside the tenshu to the top of it. Ikimasu. So this tenshu is not the remaining one. So this one is rebuilt in Showa 55 nen, so which is like about 40 years ago. And then it's the inside. So it's like 6 stories, and every floor has something to see. Okay, let's go. So this one is like 79th out of 100 great castles in Japan, and it's gonna cost you 520 yen for an adult. So this one is showing like the 3 water castles in Japan, which is shown with this red sign. One of which is the Imabari Castle. On the other one, the Nakamatsu Castle in Kagawa, and then other one's also Nankatsujo. I think it's どこだ？大分かな？ Yeah, 大分 prefecture. And then those three, 松江城、ゼゼ城、高島城. Those are the ones called three lake castles in Japan. I'm gonna visit there as well. And then here's also showing like the types of the castles here. So Yamashiro, it's like a mountain castle, and then this one is Hirayamajo, it's like a castle on a plain. And then this one is a plain castle, I think. So the Imabari Castle is categorized for. And then Mizushiro, or both? I don't know. So these are the samurai armors used in the period. Oh, cool. There's many exhibitions of the stuff that were used in the period. Like the one you see here is a cargo, where to transport someone very in a high class. And here there's also swords, and here it's like a samurai headgear, and samurai Jingasa kabuto. It's like a samurai helmet. Cool. Here it's talking about the calendar used in Edo period, like we have now, were started being used since Edo period. Until then, every place had like a different time of calendar, but it was, unified. It was said to be the same one. The same one started used in Edo period, and then this one is like that calendar, and it says like 4月, January, February, March, April, May. So here you can see how that castle looked like when it was built. So when it was built, actually there was 3 layers of moats: Sotobori, Nakabori, Uchibori. Yeah. And then the moat that we were seeing right now is the Uchibori, the inside moat. And then actually there was also this castle was draw seawater into the into the moat, so that whenever there's a battle, they can start shipping the boats to the sea, as it is directly connected to the sea. So that's how Takatora thought about using this area as a fortification to build the castle. Actually, originally there was a castle on the mountain area, but he didn't use it, and then he decided to use this area near the sea to build the castle for that reason. There's also exhibitions of natural guns, and also various weapons used in the during the Edo period. I think it should include like the ones used in Sengoku Jidai war period. Okay, let's go up to the third floor from here. There was actually a natural history museum also. There's a lot of stuff to see. So this is like a castle's illustration made in 1779, and then this one is showing like all the people's names who were serving for this Imabari clan at the time, and the space the names are written shows how big their properties were. And actually you can notice that like the further from the inside, the smaller their properties are. So like these are the people in lower classes, and then but on the other hand, people in higher class can live close to the center of the castle with bigger spaces. So I think it's very interesting. And then so the Imabari clan was actually managed by the family of Hisamatsu Matsudairashi. So the first person was actually a nephew of Tokugawa Ieyasu, and then this clan was actually Sammangoku, so relatively small, but it was continued to end of the Edo period by 10 generations. Here's the second one. 赤君がよ? Wow, this one is interesting. It's like an illustration of a candy buying ghost, and then it says it's like there's like a folklore about this candy buying ghost who came to a candy shop to buy candy for the baby who tried to raise, but she died because of for some reason, and he couldn't raise. But she tried to give him a candy, even after she became a ghost. I didn't know about this folklore. Here, this one is also very interesting. It's like a letter of a guarantee of a territorial control given by a shogun to the lords. So it's like for the lords of the land are really, relieved whenever they receive this letter from the shogun, because it kind of guarantees their property. Wow, it's talking about a little story about, there's like a, white 3 rounds on the Todo Takatara's flag, and here's the story. So when he was young, he was exploring the country, and then he was looking for a job. I don't know why he was looking for a job, but he must have it. But it says he was looking for a job and exploring, and then one day he realized that he doesn't have money anymore, and then without eating anything for several days, then he couldn't stand going into the like a mochi store, and then he ate a lot of mochi until he get full, and then he realized that he doesn't have money. Then apologized that to the mochi shop's owner, but the owner said how he enjoyed mochi was very nice. So, and then he said, you will be in the future, so you will be a shiromochi, which means a person who has a castle. Even also mochi means like mochi, but also meaning have in Japanese. So that's like play of the words. Then so he said, so the mochi you ate today, I will give it to you for the future of yourself, and something like that. Then he even gave money to Takatora and then sent him off. So several years later, a samurai with a flag having white 3 rounds came to this mochi shop, then talked to the owner. So do you remember you gave me mochi the other day in the past? So now is the time for me to give you back. Then Takatora, after getting promoted, after becoming a leader of a samurai, he came to the store to give something back to him. So the name of this tale is called Shusei no Shiromochi. It says that if it's true or not, but it somehow became popular throughout the country. So yeah, I think it was fun and interesting. And it's true that Takatora was having that 3 rounded white signs on his flag. So it's a nice story to know whenever you see his flag. So this Imabari-jo is also known as, it has a different name. It's called Fukiage-jo. The reason why is, so this castle was used to be, running very next to the ocean, like a coast. So it's where, like the sands are blown by wind. So that is, we can say, Sunaga Fukiageru in Japanese. So that's, that's why this Fukiage-jo is named after. So I'm now at the 5th floor of this castle, Tenshu. Then it's showing like the castles in every season, and here's also all the pictures of the main great castles in Japan, and these are the ones that are designated as a national treasure, Kokuho, the 4 castles. Oh, actually, that's where I'm from, Hamamatsu Castle. It's not Kokuho, but it's so Kokuhos are Matsumoto-jo in Nagano, Hikonejo in Shiga, and Himejijo and Hyogo, and Inuyamajo in Aichi prefecture. And also there's like nice pictures of all the castles. へえ、すごいね。Wow, Takedajo. Oh, this is the one that I want to see in Hyogo. You know, that's like the castle, ruins of the castle on the clouds. Okay, finally I came up to the top of the Tenshu. Wow. So windy actually. Wow, すげえ. Okay, wow. すごい. Wow, so from here you can see the main island of Japan. So that's like Hiroshima's area, and then you see you know, like the islands right there where I will be visiting in a week. すごいね. So probably, so on the other side, so this is like east side, so I can still see the, you know, the mainland of Japan over there, and if I go this way I should be able to see the Ishizuchi mountain area. I think oh yeah, that one, like the high mountains are the Mount Ishizuchi, which is the highest peak of Western Japan. The height is like 1,982 meters, which is where I'm going to climb in 2-3 days. And then this is like a south or west side, and you can see the Matsuyama area, yeah, where I was coming from. Cool. Okay, I'm taking the video up in the Ishizuchi mountain on my back as I am going to climb up there 2-3 days. So hoping that I can safely climb up to the top. So yeah. And then I think that's the Shimanami Kaido, I guess. Yeah. Nice views, really nice. And you can also look down there, you know, where you are coming from, and in the front, very front of the of the castle, and the moats, and the moat that is running around this Tenshu. Oh, いいね. Yeah, it does. Like I like this moat. That really makes it this castle really special, I guess. So I finished exploring inside of Tenshu, and here's also Fukiage Jinja, which is right next to this the Tenshu, and it's called Fukiage, as this castle is called Fukiage Castle. This one having like the same name. And here's also chozuya, and how to. There's an explanation of how to use the chozu. And actually, when I made the video about this, I forgot to put this part. You can, you susugu, kuchi o susugu. You purify your mouth as well. Actually, I need to make a comment about that. And then also, when you wash the ladle, you can do like make it like vertical so that the water comes down. Yeah. So I have done with this exploring the inside of Tenshu and then the area around the castle. So that was very interesting. You know, like I'm now going back to the hostel, the guest house, but I decided to take a different route to make the complete walk like a circling around the, this moat, so that I can see the castle from each corner. Yeah, this is by far to me like the best favorite castle, I think. Yeah, just realizing how this like a moat, like the water makes it look better. Wow, すごい. Beautiful. It's also nice that when you walk, there's like a chairs like with certain distances, so that you can take rest while you walk around. Okay, now I came to this corner right here. Nice view. So I've realized that there's also an entrance from this side. I started, seeing the castle from right there, then going all the way around, and then I was at the, like the passing through the corner on the other side, then, all the way going inside into the Tenshu. But you can go in there from here, I guess. Hey, I'm just exploring the inside a hotel called Imabari Kokusai Hotel, since there was like a statue which looked really great in front of this hotel. I forgot to take the picture of it. And then actually that was created by the same person who created the statue of Todo Takatora, which was placed in front of the Imabari Castle. So since it's dark, it's getting darker, so I probably can't shoot it well. Then I just explored inside this hotel and then went to the souvenir shop. Then I bought this dorayaki. It's called Tori-ichi, and it's using Hakata no shio, which is like a salt of Hakata. And then that is like a very well-known salt brand in Japan, because it used to have like I think it's still aired, but there's like a TV commercial that keeps saying Hakata no shio. This jingle, like a song, it's so like a how to say, left a strong impression to everybody.
時という調味料といい塩で梅が梅干しに変わる時の物語
So I think if someone hears it, he or she can really instantly remember that brand's name. So yeah, and then so actually that brand is from this ehime prefecture, and then it also has like a factories in Matsuyama and also Hakata area. So yeah, and then it just it seemed to me very interesting, because it's the flavor is a shio butter, which is like a salt butter taste. So yeah, I'm gonna try that since I'm a little bit hungry after exploring the castle. So Hakata no shio's the salt of Hakata. The Hakata is coming from the name of the island, around the Seto Inland Sea, called Hakata Island. So that's where the company has also produced salt using that area. Yeah. So anyway, let's try dorayaki. Ikimasu. Inside it's anko and butter. I like the combination of them. I can barely feel the taste of salt actually. Oh yeah. Yeah, when I have the butter, I could tell the salt flavor a little bit, which is really good. I like this. And then also the dorayaki. I don't know how to call it in English, but it's a very popular, Japanese confectionery. And one of the great contributors for that to be very popular here in Japan is that animation called Doraemon, of course you might have heard, but it's one of the most, I don't know, everybody loves that animation. It's a Doraemon. It's like a, I don't know when it started. But it should be more than 30, 40 years since it started airing in TV program, and now it's still aired, and everybody loved it. That's something that everybody watch when the kids and the girls are young. So I remember, I think the first ever movie I went to watch to the theater was the Doraemon. Yeah. And anyway, so Doraemon, he's a cat robot that came from the future to the present day, and he kind of helps a man called Nobita to, whenever he gets a problem, he tries to help him. And then so Doraemon loved dorayaki, and then the name Doraemon, the Dora coming from the dorayaki actually. So that's why dorayaki is also very well known in Japan. So this is the one that I just bought called Tori-ichi. Shio butter, using like a shio butter, salt butter. So this is the statue I talked about. So this is a Greece god called Eos, and who is said to have give a birth to the suns and the stars. And he's actually so this statue was created by Nakamura Shinya. That's the one who actually created the statue of Todo Takatora, which I saw in front of the castle tenshu of the Imabari Castle. So that's the Imabari Kokusai Hotel, which is probably like one of the best hotels in this Imabari areas. If you're coming here, you can try. Hey guys, so it's the third day of me staying here in Imabari City, and actually for touring, for the sightseeing, it's the second day. And so I came to this place called Nihonshokken Kyuden Kojo kana. So it's like Nihonshokken is one of the food companies in Japan. And then what's really interesting here is that so it's like here's like a palace looking plant like that. But I've been told that you have to make a reservation to get inside to look inside. So I cannot get inside today. So so tomorrow is gonna be the climbing day for me to go to the Ishizuchi mountain. So the day after tomorrow, I am gonna check if I can get inside. Stop by this the plant. So I don't know if we will really go check inside, but it's still amazing to see this palace-looking parks-looking factory. So look at that. Sugo. But I really wonder why they have created something like this. It's gonna cost a lot of money, I guess. So let's look into it the day after tomorrow. So I've decided to spend my day for today working on my stuff. So just preparing for climbing the mountain tomorrow. So bye. So I just checked the website and then trying to see the availability of this tour, and then it found out that this week I probably won't be able to join that tour since somehow they are full and they're not open for the rest of the days. So there was only one spot for tomorrow, but I can't make it since I will be in the mountains still. So it's sad, but I can still enjoy the view of this factory. So this factory is trying to resemble based on the design, the building in the wing in Austria. For some reason, I don't know why. But and then inside there, it said that there's like a museum of the food in the world. For example, having like exhibitions of seasonings and seasonings, ingredients, and tools for eating, and then also many different kinds of food cultures in every country in the world. So which is like only one museum in the world. So yeah, it should be really interesting to see inside. And so I'm very sad that I cannot make it to the inside. So if you have a chance, you can check the website and then see if it's open. And it costs 1000 yen for getting inside. So, but you can, and the entire tour is gonna take about 90 minutes. So yeah, I think that's one of the places worth visiting in this Imabari City. I've asked the guard here, and he told me that on the Saturday and only the weekends are open, like the gardens are open for public. So you can get inside there and then sit inside. That'll be nice, I think. Hey guys, so yesterday as I saw the news about the mountain, I gave up, quit going there today because I saw the news about the Ishizuchi mountain, which is they're telling us that it's already snowing at the peak, and today it might be nice to climb up, but we don't know what's going to happen about the weather on the mountain. And if it's snow, I'm not that experienced in climbing, so I think it's gonna be dangerous. So I decided not to. So hoping to do, but I've already bought some stuff for that. So I hope to climb at some point in my life, maybe next year, since I will still be in the western part of Japan. So yeah, I hope to climb there like in the better season. So then I thought that, so since I would have time today, I thought I would be able to go to the to see the factory of the the food, Nihonshokken, the place I visited yesterday. So I checked the web, and then there was 2 seats left, but I couldn't click the a reservation link because since it was already closed for that reservation for that day, it was telling me that I have to directly call them tomorrow, which is today. Then I did it, but they told me that it's already full somehow, even though I just made a call at 9:30, which is the starting time that I was able to make the reservation for today. So I don't know, there must be someone else who really wanted to go there like me. So yeah, that's sad, but I can't help it. So I've decided to come to this Imabari Station JR, since that there might be something that I'm that I missed about this city, since usually JR station has nice information about the place. So it's Imabari Castle. Yeah, this is probably the best thing I saw in this city. And if we go inside, it's a udon restaurant and also 7-Eleven. And then also here, as I saw this in Matsuyama Station, it's Bari-san, which is like the mascot character of the city, and he's also doing like as an ambassador of sightseeing for the city, Yokango Taishi. I really think it's a great, that rounded berry is a really nice design. And I've just realized that. So as I saw that this city is famous for shipbuilding. Actually, he has that ship on his right hand. I don't know what that thing is at his head, but I don't know. And then that one is haramaki kana. That looks just so cute. I really like it. And Imabari is also known for its soccer team. So this is the FC Imabari. Yeah, I think they have now male and the female team, and then I think for the male ones, I think they are now JR2. I think. Yeah. Also, this is like asking you if you know about Imabari. So from the right, they say they have like they are famous for stone and energy, and then the third one is like a port, like a kaikun toshi, like for the shipbuilding, and then the towel as I saw, and then also they have sakurai-ichi. I don't know how to put it in English, but it's like shiki ですね。漆を使った漆器で菊間河原。I saw that in Matsuyama, but I wasn't sure if that was really about Matsuyama or Imabari. But yeah, they say it's Imabari thing. So yeah, that's like about the city. Hey guys, so I just got this place for lunch called Chisoya Tori-ichi. Yeah, since I want to try Senzanki, which is like a fried chicken in Imabari, and it's somehow called in a different way that we call usually. We call it karaage usually in Japan. I think it's throughout Japan, but here somehow it's called Senzanki. I don't know. I think the taste will be the same, but since this is something that kind of like a local specialty, one of the local specialty in Imabari, I thought it's nice to try, so I ordered this one. Okay, so I've just got this Senzanki teishoku, and yeah, it looks really nice actually. It's a fried chicken karaage, Senzanki, and I think it's sashimi of sake, salmon, and it's a なんだっけあれなんだっけ茶碗蒸し yeah, which is like tofu pudding, yeah, with egg and some kind of leaf, and also tofu and also soup. So since Imabari is facing the sea, Seto Inland Sea, they are rich in fish. So yeah, this one looks very good too. So いただきます。Outside is very crispy, but inside is very soft and juicy. This is how we say 外はカリッと中はジューシー。The fish tastes really, fresh too. So I've just finished eating lunch, and it was pretty good actually. They have a very nice and spacious rooms inside, and then their food looked great too. And then the teishoku that I had was really nice. Not only like the Senzanki, but also like the other small plates with raw fish over salmon, and yeah, that was fresh. So yeah, it's a very recommended place, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna try to check in the guest house I'm gonna stay at today, and yeah, just keep working on my stuff. And then tomorrow I'm going to cross the Shimanami Kaido, which is like a highway. I don't know if it's a highway, but it's a bridge that is connecting, over the Seto Inland Sea between the, this shikoku and especially ehime, shikoku, and also the main island that is leading to Hiroshima prefecture. So I'm gonna stop by a few places on the islands that are between those two, main island and also shikoku. There are several islands there, so that you can to get there you just go over the bridge. So yeah, I'm going to stay for a few days inside in the islands. So yeah, right, let's go later. Hey guys, so I've just checked in the guest house I'll be staying at today. So this one is called Shikuro no Ide, and it's right in front of JR Imabari Station, and it's a really nice place. I just got a guide from this person who's running this place, and I'm gonna show you the inside. So it's like using like the 100 years old house and then renovating inside. Then for the first floor, it's like a kind of like a community space where people like guests can sit and talk together and have food. Yeah. So yeah, let's go inside. And here's like a illustration of the people who are doing like a cycling, since this Shimanami Kaido or like a Shimanami Bridge is like kind of like a sacred place for cycling. Yeah, so like, and then so this is like where they start or goal. So yeah.